auction for us. They run it in real time. Let's give him a great big hand. Ben Phillips started coming out here and helping Roland, who was his mentor in the auctioneering world, and he came on Saturday a couple of hours and he'd help out, and he kind of didn't know. He's like, Ben, you gonna come? Yeah, I'm gonna try. I got this sale and that sale. And something happens when you come down here and you get to be a part of this event. It just gets in you. And that's what happened to Ben, and they've been doing a great job. He's been hustling for weeks now, getting stuff for the auction, so we really appreciate them. So get you a number. All right, so I want to tell you a little story. Won't take but a minute. We were going back and forth on, can we have this ride? Can we keep everybody safe? You know, there's a lot of unknowns in the world right now. What we did know is we didn't want to lose the momentum that we built over 23 years for being the #1 fundraising event in the Trail Ride Series for St. Jude Hospital. Ann and I had a couple of meetings, and Cheryl, and we were bantering back and forth what we could do and what we thought would happen. And Worth King is my buddy, and we've become really good friends over the years, and I've known him his whole life. And he plays with his Josh Brannon Band, and we got to texting back and forth. And he said, well, what about the ride? We're going to have the ride? And I said, well, 50-50. I don't know. You know, we hadn't made a decision yet. One week he'd text me, I'd say, yeah, it looks good. Next week he'd text me, and no, I don't know if we think we can do it. So he called me on a Saturday morning, and this is one of those things in life you always remember it. He called me, he said, hey, I just wondering, are we going to have the ride? And I said, well, Worth, I said, you know, we hadn't decided. And he said, well, we got this other gig that's been rescheduled for that day, July 18th, and we just want to know, should we take that gig, or, you know, are you gonna have the ride? And so we text back and forth a couple of times, and I basically left it with him like this, Josh. I said, go ahead and take that gig, because I don't want y'all to give up that money that you can make playing, and you don't know for sure if we're gonna have this ride or not. About that time I was mowing grass right out here about where that trailer is, and my phone rang. Now, who's got service down here today with a cell phone? Right? Yeah. My phone rang in my pocket. Now, just imagine I got this lawnmower going, and I was, man, I pulled out my phone, see it's Worth King on the line. And I answered it, turned my lawnmower off. He said, hey, I just want to ask you about that trail ride. Are we going to have that trail ride? And I said, Worth, that's what I was trying to tell you. I don't know. I said, you know, take the money with the gig you got and be a sure thing. And these are words he said back to me. He said, Dr. Gardner, it's not about, and he don't ever buck me now. They never buck me. He said, Dr. Gardner, it's not about the money. We want to come play the ride. We just want to know, are you having it or not? And I said back to him, yes, we're having it, and that's where we are today. So it thanks that man right there we're down here. So, yeah, we raised a lot of money for St. Jude Hospital, but isn't it true? It's not about the money. It's about the feeling you get by doing something bigger than yourself and giving back. So yeah, it's about raising a lot of money, but it's not. It's about what happens in your heart when you come and you invest in other people. So Josh Brannon Band, we're forever thankful that y'all will volunteer your time and come down here, drive all that way and entertain us. We love you. We're going to hear them one more time of Josh Brannon Band.
for soul steel. He was in a bag, he was way behind, he was willing to make a deal. When he come across this young boy, saw him fiddle playing it hot. Then he jumped on a hanger stump, said, boy, let me tell you what. Guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take it there, I'll make a bet with you. You play a pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. Better fiddle a gold against your soul and think I was better than you. Boy said, my name's Johnny, it might be a sin. But I take no bet you're gonna Rick, I'm the best of 7 men. Johnny, you're out of you go to play your fiddle hard. Cause several blues from Georgia and the devil deals it hard. If you win, you the shiny fiddle made of gold. If you lose, the devil gets your soul. He said, I'll start the show and fire. Root from his fingertips, he rosin up his bow. He pulled the bow across strings and made an evil hiss. And the band of demons joined in and sounded something like this. Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son. Sit down in that chair out there, let me show you how I stood. You play pound and rumble and drum. Devil in the house, rise the sun. Chicken with the bread and peanut dough. Granny read all my child know. Come on. Because he knew that he'd been beat. He laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I told you once you son